All right, air signs. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be the reading for the full moon in Gemini. So we have a full moon in Gemini Monday, November 27th. So anyone with prominent air placements, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your birth charts, thank you so much for being here. This is your reading. Hope you're doing well. See what's coming through for the air signs this full moon. Full moon in Gemini. Ooh, Queen of Emotions, Queen of Cups. Lovers. Jeez Louise. What is this? You have the lovers, obviously, right? Lovers, relationship, love. Could be a choice, but it is literally here in your environment, a couple. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is one another's counterpart. They're from the same court of Pentacles, King and Queen. All right. So in your personal energy, there's a lot of emotion coming through here with this Queen of Emotions. All right. This full moon is bringing an awareness of how you feel about a person, for sure. This full moon is also bringing communication about how you feel for a person. I feel like, obviously, it's the Gemini full moon. It is going to directly affect all three of you guys, all three of you signs, because you are all sister signs, right? You're making the trine, which is a harmonious angle. So if you're a Gemini, it's hitting you directly. The Libra and the Aquarius, it's making a trine. And a trine aspect in astrology is considered to be a harmonious energy. So there is something about what Gemini is bringing. I feel like Gemini is bringing blessing to not only the Gemini, but also to the Libra and to the Aquarius. It's like, hey, thanks, thanks, friend. For this opportunity to share and communicate how someone feels. There's nurturing and compassion and empathy and love and beauty and sensuality and sexuality and passion and depth. I mean, all the things that the Queen of Cups brings forth here within this lover's connection. It does feel as though two people are both exuding the same energy to one another and wanting to nourish and love here. How straightforward can this be? Like in your environment, there are two people who are very, very compatible, okay? I'm not saying that it's like, I am you, you are me. Like there could be a little bit of mirroring effect, but that mirroring just comes from the lovers. It's not coming from these two here. Even though these two are from the same court of Pentacle, it doesn't mean that they are considered to be mirrors or projectors, right? This is more compatibility, okay? You have the feminine side of the Pentacle energy, and you have the masculine side of the Pentacle energy. And so here we have two people sort of playing their role, okay? So if you are, like you assign the roles, the gender has nothing to do with it. Okay, you can have a same-sex partnership relationship where one person plays the masculine and the other person plays the feminine. It's just more prominent and dominant within them. Or you could have a opposite sex relationship where the male plays more the feminine role and the female plays more the masculine. I just don't want people to go straight for the normalcy of masculine, feminine, meaning that it has to be woman, feminine, masculine, male, masculine, right? Anyway, so here it's in your environment, you have an opportunity for both. There's a feminine pentacle energy here. This is the type of energy person who creates and who brings life and grows the foundation with Pentacle, grows the stability, grows the routine, grows the devotion and the loyalty. And, you know, by having compassion and loving the thing and putting work, effort, nurture, love into grow. It's like a plant, right? Or like even a baby or an animal or something like that. Like there's a sense of working with the hands to bring life to it. Okay, that's the feminine part. The masculine part, the masculine side is the side that holds space, while the feminine side creates this strong foundation here with the Pentacle. So the masculine side is the one to fix the thing, to run, like, how can I say, to protect and to provide, to make sure that whatever the feminine, the foundation that the feminine is creating, the masculine maintains. Okay, does that make sense? So they both have a super, super important role here. And they play off one another very well. And I it just feels like I got you, you got me. It feels very loyal, devoted, trustworthy. The Pentacle archetypes, these are the earth signs, the earth energy within a person doesn't play around. If there's prominent earth in a chart, there's seriousness that comes through with that. Okay. So there, I feel like in the environment, this couple is taking this energy super seriously. The opportunity for this loving relationship. So this full moon is definitely bringing relationship stuff, communication about feelings, the opportunity to grow and nurture and create a bond between two people who are extremely compatible. If it's not love and you have an opportunity to work in business with another person, there's compatibility there as well. Whether it's romantic or not, two people are coming together and they have the same goal, they have the same aspiration, they have the same ideas about where they want to, you know, take their future or what path they are on, type of thing. It's also the feeling of like what you lack, another person has, and vice versa. Whether that is materially here with the Pentacles or that is just in their character or their personality, there's a good balance there. All right. Let's get some more details for you air signs. Coming through for the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for this full moon in Gemini. Two of Cups. Has this card came out for the Earth? I want to say it came out for the Fire as well. You have the Lovers and the Two of Cups next to each other. I mean, this cannot get any more clear that this full moon is bringing awareness and focus onto a relationship, onto love, onto another person. You have the Ten of Wands. Oh, yep. This full moon and this relationship is bringing big change into your life. For some of you, you feel like you don't have what it takes, or you're lacking something, or something is like it's just a little bit hard for you to go through this big life change. For some of you, this change involves movement. Like you got to move from one place to another. There's an obstacle here, all right? You love this thing so much. There's so much compatibility. There's so much beauty here. But you know this is big, right? Like, you know that this is not just like, oh, I met this person and yeah, he or she, like, they're cool, like, whatever. Like, this is like, oh my God, this is the one type of thing. Because you know that it's going to change your life in some way. Your lifestyle is going to have to change somehow. And you think that this change is going to be just a little hard for you to do. You also have the Hierophant, the moon in the middle of your reading. You could be dealing with the fire sign. They also had the moon and the Justice card. You have the Three of Swords. There's some healing. Ooh, the Chariot. Wow, you have big face. The major arcana, we call them face cards. Yeah, the World, the Moon, the Hierophant, Justice, the Chariot, the Lovers. This full moon for the air signs is bringing life change. Regardless, however you see it, whether you have a perspective of it that it's super challenging and it's going to hurt you, or not. Either way, it's happening. You have Judgment here at the bottom of the deck. The World is here. These two are the last two cards of the major arcana. This is where there's completion of a cycle. There's no getting away from the World in the Judgment moment. All right? And I feel like it's all being catalyzed by this relationship as well. You know it. You know it. It's your inner voice, that right from wrong voice that we all have within us. When something tells us, like, yeah, this is right, or no, get the fuck away from that, right? Like, whatever that is. Yes, we call it intuition, but that's more when you are, like, your higher self is coming through. The Hierophant is like the high priestess, or our higher self comes through. We get the hit. I call them hits. The channeling, the intuition, the gut feeling, the inner knowing, the all-knowing moment. And then the Hierophant comes in and tells us what to do with that information. Okay? So your intuition and your inner moral compass of, like, what do I do with this intuitive feeling that I have about this relationship that I feel so connected to. The Hierophant is like, you know what you need to do, right? Like, this is time. It's time. Justice is here. Chariot, forget it. Like, all of this is saying right now is the moment. You are uncertain. You're scared. You're scared to be hurt. That's just what it is. You're going into your depths. You're going back into your psyche. You got to be careful with that. All right? Like, yes, it's good to see and feel and become aware when a relationship and a person comes through and triggers you, or brings up deep, deep things about oneself that you usually don't look at, like your fear of being hurt and all of the behaviors that come through when that is the source of the situation, right? So just be gentle with yourself, be patient with yourself, try to communicate what you're feeling as much as possible. Hopefully your person understands and is also patient with you. Because there you will go deep. There will be some deep conversations happening around this full moon time. And it does look as though it's bubbling up some heartache and some hurt. And it's making things super challenging. And you're like, I don't know how to do this. This is too hard for me. I'm not used to it, But it's for the sake of your direction, where you're going next. Justice is here saying it's time. The Chariot is here saying we're going this way. All right? We're changing course. We're course correcting. The World is saying It's time for a new life here. You are super excited about it at some point, okay? This is brand new. You are motivated, you're passionate, you're energetic, enthusiastic. You know that you can go anywhere with this new thing. It can turn into anything you want. It's like a blank canvas. But yeah, not without some healing work. Some shadow work a little. You probably with the lovers here because of the projection, the mirror. You're probably... what was I going to say about that? Yeah, like it's triggering. There you go. It's triggering something. Triggering some pain. But it's beautiful here, air sign. Let's see what the Oracle cards have to say. I don't always pull Oracle cards in my YouTube readings, but I decided to do that for these full moon readings. All right. See what comes through. My comfort zone is tarot. Okay, so bear with me as the cards come through and I try to intuitively interpret them. This is the wild unknown archetypes, death. The dead end. Ooh. Yeah, here's the depth. Here's the fear. Here is the obstacle. All right. Want to be careful with that thinking, that limited thinking. Usually the 10 of Wands, yes, it's talking about challenges and feeling like you're doing everything on your own and you don't have a lot of support and you are picking up all of your life and you're like moving it by yourself. There's a concept. So therefore there's an element of there being lack of help, lack of assistance, lack of, something, right? You want to be careful that you have this beautiful energy literally surrounding this and you, what is that concept or that saying? In other words, it's like how we think is going to determine our reality, obviously, right? Like reality is just our perspective of it. So you are creating that. Like you want to be careful that you don't sabotage this because you think that you can't do it, that you think that you're going to do it alone, that it's too much pressure because you're blocking the healing. This person, this relationship is bringing healing to deep wounds that you've had that has been preventing you from moving forward, from creating a new way, a new pattern, whether it's in relationship or not. The world is saying, here I am again, giving you an opportunity to close this pattern out and do it a new way instead of always running from the healing. You can't go around the healing. You have to go through the healing, through the dead end. This dead end is like a psychological monster that is saying like, you're on your way with the chariot. Like, yes, we're going to go. And then you hit the roadblock that you're creating within your own mind. You got to go through it. You got to feel it. You got to feel it in order to heal it. Oh, sorry. All right, what else? What else for the air sign? All right, you have the energy of presence, the frequency of presence, number 32. The energy of presence supports our ability to focus our full attention and stay in the here and now. Yes, like exactly. Like as you are going down this path with this person, you are bonding, you are loving, you are creating a connection, building something with them, connecting with them. You will hit this dead end. You will hit this roadblock in your mind, the obstacle, the walls that we bring up, right? You got to stay as present as possible so you can be aware when these moments are happening. That's the trick here. Be present so you can identify the moment that wall goes up. So that way you don't continue the same cycle and the same pattern that the world is saying. You have an opportunity to break cycles. The only way you can break the cycle is when you hit that roadblock and you see it instantaneously, feel it, go through it. Don't stop and turn around. Don't go around it. Don't give up. Like whatever you do, go through it. Stay present. Notice it. Because you have beautiful, beautiful energy here to do something new, go in a new direction, something that you're super excited about, super passionate about. The justice here is blessing this thing. Beautiful reading. But you are in control at the end of the day on how it's going to turn out. You have an opportunity. Take advantage of it. All right. Thank you so much for your time and energy, air sign. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, press the like button, the little thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.